Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Sims Medieval, here in Mossstone Kingdom. We are currently under the wonderful guidance of Her Royal Majesty, Lady Briar Rose the Great, and seeking out a new quest after we had a series of successful quests with Bloodletter Karina handling the Fortune Festival, and Lady Briar Rose the Great handling the Royal Review. We had a really fun time doing both those things, and we learned quite a bit about the political situations brewing with our neighboring counties, which is getting a little bit interesting. In fact, the territory map we can see right here, and we are actually working with Crafthole right now, who is annexed and loyal, but their leader is absolutely terrible, and Deidre has threatened us at the point of her sword before, and she has also shown that she will oppose almost any political maneuver we try to put over her. And then we are also struggling, not quite struggling per se, we're really good friends with Merchant Prince Jaden, but beginning to be a little suspicious about what exactly he wants from us, including perhaps a royal marriage. So we're keeping an eye on Merchant Prince Jaden. We don't really trust his motives entirely, and this may be a good time for Queen Briar Rose the Great to show exactly how strong the strength of Mossstone Kingdom is. And so on that note, she went ahead and built a blacksmith. We now have a blacksmith in town who will be able to craft up some fine weapons and defenses for our kingdom, and building his little building actually resulted in this amazing town wall and all of these new buildings that apparently house the military and other citizenry in Mossstone Kingdom. So that made me very excited because it was a dramatic visual change to the kingdom that we have not yet had a chance to enjoy. We have used up the rest of our RP points in building the spy quarters so that we would be able to enjoy giving the young ward, an orphaned noble girl who had no land or titles left to her name after her well-meaning but not very clever uncle gambled away all of the family estates and fortune, who we brought in, became a ward of Lady Briar Rose the Great, and she is now our spy. So she was trained to become a spy, and Jeanette is quite good at what she does. So I'm very excited to work with Jeanette in the future. And now we need to pick a new quest. So which one to pick? I'm kind of interested in Crab Bandit because that sounds quite interesting. However, it mostly needs the Monarch's royal touch in handling what exactly is going on with this mysterious Crab Bandit. And I want to look into this, but I was thinking it'd be fun to interact with some of our new adventurers, our new heroes. So I think that I would like to try out the 7 mechanical arts. The Arts Mechanicae, the 7 mechanical arts, were the foundation of every great empire. Most could only aspire to master one of the arts during their lifetimes. It was time for a hero to master all 7. And I actually loved that because it requires the blacksmith. That makes 6 party requirement blacksmith. The blacksmith has already mastered one of the 7 arts, blacksmithing. That was a head start. Could mastering those smithing skills be used to master the other arts? A legendary trait is available in this quest, and that really got my attention, and it would also increase the security aspect of our kingdom should we be able to complete it. And we haven't met with our blacksmith yet, who actually turned out to be a far more interesting man than I had in mind. I kind of thought he was going to be like Lizette, kind of crass, sort of just from the village, portly, not really a lot of stuff going on upstairs. Not a lot of, what's a good phrase? Not a lot of pennies to rub together, I suppose. But Lizette, although she's simple and we just kind of ignore, I don't think we have any shopkeeper quests or anything like that. We kind of ignore her. I really want to work with Journeyman Kirsten. His name is Kirsten Lightfoot, and Kirsten is a wandering blacksmith from the same lands that Marquise Kira, who is very beautiful and has definitely caught the eye of many in the royal court, is from. And Kirsten actually is cursed. So he is hardworking, he prefers his solitude, and he is cursed and willing to work with cursed objects because of it. So I love this quest because it kind of gives that little hint that maybe he wants to master all of the blacksmithing arts so that he can try to break his own curse, especially since the quest indicates that there is possibly a legendary trait available from completing it. So we're going to go ahead and start this quest, but I did want to take just a second to note that if I am not careful, our well-being for our kingdom is getting very low. I don't think we have any quest that can actually increase well-being, unfortunately. Like everywhere I go, we can do the entourage and that would increase well-being. But I would just really like to work with somebody else other than Queen Briar Rose for now. So, we're gonna do the arts. Let's do it. All right, let's handle this. I will master the arts. Dun dun dun. And here we are. This is quite exciting. So we are now visiting with Mr. Lightfoot, or excuse me, Journeyman Lightfoot, Kirsten Lightfoot, who is a journeyman smith. And he has just moved in, and I suppose since Briar Rose was in need of a blacksmith, he was given this entire adobe. Wow, it's actually super nice. All to himself. And now we actually get to try blacksmithing for the first time. I'm so excited. And yes, he looks very, very exotic. So Kirsten will probably be changing into a secondary outfit so that he can kind of blend in with the people a bit better, because he really doesn't want to catch too much attention to himself since he is cursed, and he doesn't want people to catch that curse slash maybe, burn him at the stake because of it. So the 7 mechanical arts: tailoring, architecture, agriculture, warfare, trade, cooking, and blacksmithing. Journeyman Kirsten was the master of one art, but he wanted more. One night, after a few ales, he announced, "I will succeed in one difficult task for each of the arts. After each victory, I'll forge a badge using what I've learned to signify my dominance over that art." Today, the challenge would begin. Kirsten dropped a handful of seeds into his pocket. "These are for the agriculture art. Once I figure out how to grow them," he thought. "But first thing I should do is forge my blacksmithing badge." All right, so we're going to start there. So I am a pretty good blacksmith. I think I've earned a badge. Craft the badge of blacksmithing is our first task. Do we have anything? We have a cradonium hammer in our inventory. No relationships. Brand new into town. Can I do anything? We can stack things with coal. We can make food. This is so cool. I think we probably need to go and okay, so we can stock with coal. We can forge items. What kind of items can we forge? Let's see. Yeah, we definitely need to go and we need to get our hands on some materials if we're going to be able to create things though. So, can I stack that with coal? I've never done this. So we've got to learn how to be a good blacksmith before we can really get involved in a whole lot of the various tasks of the kingdom. So there we go. All right. Well, and yes, I'm glad you're happy, sir. All right. So we have added that. Can we do anything? Okay, so we literally, there's the badge of blacksmithing. We need 2 credoniums in order to get the badge of blacksmithing. So, and who is this? Farm wife Rowena. Oh no, why are you here? We're cursed. We don't want the good farm wife. Oh gosh, curse, complain about work. Let's see. Maybe we'll go ahead and we're just going to walk right past her. We're not even going to converse with her. She just walked into our house and she has no right. So let's come over and start discovering gemstones instead. How does he react with strange, beautiful women? Considered some of the most beautiful women in the village showing up in his house, he walks away from them. He does not need to spread his curse. He is a solitary sort. He is in his best mood when he is alone, and he will receive a buff from that. Let's see. And he loves to tackle quests all on their own, and will receive a positive will receive a positive boost when questing alone. He doesn't feel the need to seek out others for social interaction as much as other Sims. Dedicated, he will often have extra responsibilities to help him out with completing some of his experience. And cursed, your Sims will sometimes wake up cursed, so prepare to have a bad day. And we have found some ferrous. Interesting. All right, blacksmith, come and collect it. Why don't you? He's feeling pretty good because he is enjoying his solitude and he can do it on his own from being alone. So he automatically, as long as he's on his own, has some pretty good happiness going on. He also has some good happiness going on from using his geologist rock finding skills. Huzzah! We also found a shiny stone. This is cool. And then let's see, successfully mine 3 times will be one of his responsibilities as a blacksmith. And then craft and deliver crude plate mail is one of the things that we have actually been commissioned to do from, we'll say, Her Royal Majesty. And we will continue to ignore farm wife Rowena unless she speaks to us first. But we're not going to have the blacksmith often initiate conversation, basically. All right, shiny stones, ferrous. We need to get more stones. We'll go ahead, maybe wander over here while I search around the place. We might even go, aha, here we go. We might even send him to the marketplace just to see if there's something good in the marketplace. And look how cool this is. Wow, we now actually have guards posted at the entrance to the village. That's fantastic. This is so cool. I love this game. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go ahead and collect this as all right. And then we'll go ahead and collect this. Oh, and you know, it may be worth it to come over here. Can we ever practice here? I guess we wouldn't be able to practice with them. Well, we don't have a sword, so maybe that's why we wouldn't be able to practice. All right. Yes, we got some cranium. Wonderful. Well, we might send him to the market anyway, just in case there's something good there while he has all of this money from having just, like, ended up in the kingdom. And is there any more? Oh, I could hear the beast in the pit purring at me. Here we go. There's quite a bit. Oops, we don't want him to walk away from his discovery just yet. Go collect that. He's feeling really good from collecting all these things. And we will go ahead and discover and collect more rocks from over here. And then send him off to the market. My goodness. Are you feeding the beast, Executioner? Hello? I'm hearing quite a few growls of hunger from this beast. This is such a cool game. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the beast for sure. Maybe he's hungry. I wonder if the queen ever has to sacrifice like a middling sort of thief. Ooh, and this is a rich mineral deposit. Hey now. Don't mind about the riches. Nice. Look at that. So we've got quartz, credinium, shiny stones, multiple shiny stones. Ferrous is worth quite a bit. Ooh, nice. And the azurite is worth quite a bit too. All right. Nice. We got a whole bunch of ferrous there. We'll probably use it just to craft with, but this is a great way to make money. Are you kidding me? Can we also send him into the cave? There's a cave that once upon a time we went into to complete for a quest. And it would be quite fascinating to me. Yeah, here's the cave. So I wonder if we can you go inside it? No, dang it. All right, but it does have a whole bunch of minerals outside it. So we'll think about that at some point. Yay! So he's feeling good from a job well done. He's collected a whole bunch of things. Let's let him go to the marketplace to see if he can do anything. Oh, look, is this Marquise Kira? Okay, this is the only person that we would go ahead and we would get to know and we would chat with, because we're saying the Marquise here is the only other person from the same land. So he will allow her to know that he's here, and this is just kind of our way of informing her that a fellow countryman has come to Mossstone Kingdom. But he's not really in the mood. Not really in the mood to attract her attention, but I imagine maybe she would enjoy speaking with him and kind of having a break from court life now and then. All of those nobles at court that exhaust her so. Alright, so we'll talk with her for a little bit, maybe gossip, kind of keep it brief. Maybe discuss the state of the kingdom just so we can exchange important information. And then move on. But she will be somebody that when we bump into her, because she is a fellow countrywoman, we'll feel a little bit more obliged to actually spend some time with her. As you can see, she catches the eye of many of the villagers as a potential mate. Have you heard what Surgeon Karina did with her hair? It looks like... Gosh, don't you dare insult Karina. She is a good surgeon. She does her best for a village that wants to burn her for being a vampire. Thank you very much. All right, so there we go. Thank you, Kira. And then we will head off and we will go a different direction. Ooh, and there is Jasmine the Commoner. Interesting. All right, so we're off. We're going to go to the shops and we're going to see what we can find in the shops. So there's a credonium hammer waiting for us in the shops. There might be some food. There's an untempered longsword. Let's see, craft hole energy potion. There's some wheat. I'll go ahead and buy like a few wheat so that we can go ahead and make some food. Because it's important to be stocked up with a little bit of food at least. And we'll buy some apples for the same reason. Maybe a wee bit of barley. Because I just get the feeling that this guy doesn't intend to feel like he is going to be sick all the time. And he believes in the importance in keeping himself very healthy. Let's see. Electrum, a favorite for decoratives and delicate musical instruments. Interesting. Bear hide armor, leeches, mushrooms, maps to odd areas. A pale crystal, popular among royals as jewelry due to its coloration. We'll remember that. We'll grab a few onions. Like I said, he just strikes me as a guy who takes his health very seriously and cooks for himself. We'll grab a few spices, grab a few honey, not much, just one or two. Maybe an ale recipe book just to try it out. Tons of ferrous available, but we can find that pretty much anywhere. A steel longsword. A parrot. Oh, the manual of blacksmithing, the dread pike. Well, we can't pass up the opportunity for new knowledge, if you ask me. And let's see, anything else that we might want to get? Oh, a ferrous hammer, a bit lighter, equally strong, making them easier and more efficient to use. We might try making our own first, though. I feel like that's something that he would be quite proud of doing. And a boring blade on pirate ships. Interesting. All right, so we're spending a ton of money, and most of it's actually on food. Oh, the spices. Okay, we'll cut down on the spices a little bit. Spices don't need to happen. Honey, we'll go ahead and remove the honey. So sad. I feel like we'll go lighter on the apples too. Ah, dear. All right. Well, that does indeed help. And we'll go ahead and go lighter on the fish as well. But everything else is probably pretty important to get them started. All right. There we go. A bent-over Yakutan woman beckons journeyman Smith Kirsten towards her decrepit tent. "You look like you are in need of guidance, my child," she whispered in a gravelly voice. "Your fortune for a fiver?" And that sounds like something a man with a curse on his head would be quite cautious about. Thank you very much. But if we can give her 5 symbols for a chance to look into the future, maybe she has a gift that could help us solve the curse that is over his head after all. But maybe he's very upset because, you know, the weak-minded and the superstitious fall for curses. Maybe this is how you end up with a curse. This is quite an interesting dilemma. I think we'll go sure, why not, just in case there's a way that he could rid himself of his curse. All right. Ah, dang it. We got the worried buff. Oh, no. Journeyman Smith Kirsten ducked into the tent where the old woman sat peering into the crystal ball, caressing the globe with gnarled old hands. Oh, dear. And is the pit beast being fed? It sounds quite agitated. Where's the pit beast? Oh, dear. I think he's just being, like, tossed some food. And the old woman said, "The future appears. Wait a minute. I see you coming into great pain. Beware the temptation of the easy symbol." Oh boy. So now we're worried because all she saw was the fact that we do indeed have a curse on our heads. Great. Thanks, lady. All right. We're going to ignore little Squire Kirsten, and we're going to collect all of the rocks that we see lying around, because that is what we do. We're a blacksmith. All right, let's see. Any more? Wow, there's a lot of them. What? They're just all over the place. This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. We could spend like all day doing this, but I don't mind like pecking around just a little bit more. Oh, but we do need to craft and deliver crude plate mail. So maybe we'll discover more of it later. Is there any on the way home? Okay, there's none on the way home. So now that we have collected so many of those pieces, will it be possible? Get out of my house. What are you people doing in here? Is that an advisor? Oh, it's a guard. Okay, so maybe that means that they're here because they're supposed to come and let's see. Let's check our inventory maybe? Because they're supposed to come and collect the order for a crude plate mail. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way before our blacksmithing thing. And let's drop in. Can I just drop in? There we go. All of the stuff that we got. And what is this? This is beautiful. Look at that quartz. I wonder if we'll ever be able to craft with it. Well, let's go ahead and just put it all in there for now. and we'll read this manual later. We don't have the experience or skills to be able to make a pike right now anyway. And we're going to go ahead and try forging something. Crude plate mail. Oh, it's going to use up all of our crudium, but it's important because it is part of his blacksmith skills. Whoa, yeah, I want to know more about how to blacksmith. Clicking on the forge and choosing forge opens up a list of items that your blacksmith knows how to make. New recipes can be found, purchased, or unlocked by leveling up. Hover your mouse over a recipe to see the items. Wonderful, wonderful. Once you have the proper materials, click on the item you want to forge from the list. The forging progress interface appears up here. So heat, quality, and progress. Let's see. The quality bar tracks the number of mistakes before the crafted item drops, such as from excellent quality to normal. Hovering over the bar displays the number of mistakes allowed before the item's quality level drops. The starting quality for your crafted item is determined by your blacksmith's level and the quality of the hammer equipped. So we're already at normal. Oh, wait, it's right here. Okay. And then let's see, as your blacksmith works the forge, the heat bar will rise. Before the indicator climbs too high, click on the anvil and choose hammer metal. After you hammer the metal, the heat bar will cool. As the heat decreases, click on the forge and choose heat metal and repeat the process. Properly managing the time spent heating versus hammering will yield higher quality items. What? This is interactive crafting? This is so cool. What have I been missing out on all these years? This is awesome. Okay, that is so cool. All right, noted. So let's try this out. This is the very first time I've ever done anything like this. So I'm looking forward to trying it out. We're going to try... Okay, we're stocking this with coal. Pumping the billows, as they say. Okay. All right, getting some experience. Taking a while. He probably would feel better if these people left him alone. And now we are the hammering. It's hammering time. Ye shall not touch this. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. All right, so the heat is going up. The quality is there. We're now coming over. And we're going to hammer the metal. That is so cool, guys. Isn't this awesome? I love this so much. Okay. So we're hammering the metal as his progress goes up. And we have to keep an eye on, I guess, the heating? The heat. Yeah, so we have to keep an eye on the heat. Okay, I think we'll be able to finish this all the way and get progress all the way through. No mistakes. Okay, temperature gauge. Yes, after a lot of hard work, we successfully forged a normal quality crude plate mill. Yay! Okay, so where do we deliver it? Craft and deliver. Whoa, one of the palace guards. Where's the palace guard? Oh, it's over here. Okay, so let's see. Give armor. Oh, she's gone out to do a sword fight? What? Right outside of my house? Let's go ahead and give her the armor. It looks like everybody was betting on the sword fight with the scallywag pirate drunk. A pleased customer, and 80 simoles. Oh, that's very helpful. It's nice to be able to make some money. Why can't I collect taxes as the queen? Jeez. We're always just giving money and sheep away. All right, there we go. Hey, you guys get out of my house. Like, seriously. I don't want you in here. Home. Can we ask to leave? All right, we're going to ignore them for now. All right, so let's go ahead. Add some more coal. And, oh no, I guess I'm not going to be able to go and craft it because I ran out of crudium. I used all of it. Didn't I? Sure enough, I did. I used all of it. We need to get some more crudium before we are able to craft up what we need to make that badge of honor. So you guys, we have now introduced ourselves to our blacksmith. We know what he is doing. We know how to do it. And now we need to roll up our sleeves, or just like pump the billows as he might do, and put ourselves to work to make sure that we can get this done. I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is going to be awesome, and it would be really cool to see if this is going to result in our journeyman smith actually being able to gain some sort of fancy legendary trait. So I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.